Here are 2 takes you have heard over the past 2 episodes. The first says, AI will replace software engineers. The second says, AI is just fancy autocomplete, and real engineering is safe. They sound like opposites, and the people who hold them argue with each other all day. But they are not opposites, they are twins. They fail in exactly the same way. Last episode, I left you with a law. Practices are mortal. Problems are permanent. Hidden inside that law is a measuring instrument, and I call it altitude. Every claim about software engineering flies at some altitude. And claims fail in 2 directions, too low or too high. Fly too low, and you are talking about practices. AI writes code, engineers write code, therefore engineers are finished. Every fact in that sentence can be true, and the conclusion still does not follow. Because writing code is a practice, and practices were always going to die. Assembly died. Manual memory management died. Boilerplate is dying right now. Predicting the death of a practice is not a prophecy, it is a weather report. And the dismissal crashes at exactly the same altitude. AI cannot understand my code base, AI writes buggy tests, those are claims about this quarter's tools, and they have the shelf life of a model release. Defending your job with what AI cannot do today is building your house on the one piece of ground guaranteed to move. Fly too high, and you are saying nothing at all. Software engineering is really about problem solving. It is about people, not code. Read those again, because they are also true of plumbing, restaurant management, and raising children. A claim that is true of everything predicts nothing about anything. You cannot be wrong at that altitude, and that sounds like safety, but it is actually the problem. The philosopher Karl Popper had a rule. A claim that no evidence could ever contradict is not insight, it is decoration. The interesting claims live in the middle. They sit low enough to be falsifiable, so they could in principle die. And they sit high enough to survive a change of tools, so no single product launch settles them. Here is one. Someone must translate vague, contradictory human intent into precise machine behavior. That claim could die. Build a machine that reliably extracts what people actually want, including the parts they do not yet know they want, and it is dead. Compilers tried. Case tools tried. No-code tried. Prompting is trying right now. The claim has survived every single attempt. That is what a real claim looks like. It has enemies, and it has a track record. So here is the tool, and it fits in one question. When you hear the next AI hot take, ask, is this a practice, a platitude, or a problem? If it is about a practice, it is probably true, and it barely matters, because practices die on schedule. If it is a platitude, it is certainly true, and it matters even less. Nothing that fits on a motivational poster was ever a forecast. But if it is about a problem, pay attention, because now someone is saying something that could actually be wrong. Those takes are rare, and here is how I know. I stress-tested every candidate claim I could find against the compiler, the database, the internet, open source, the cloud, and Stack Overflow. At the right altitude, exactly 7 problems survive everything. Next episode, I will show you the first of the 7. It is the reason the app AI just built for you does not quite do what you asked for. Next episode, nobody knows what they want. The first of the 7 problems that nothing has ever killed.